is Whisper Sister, and this is a rune reading for ohthedrama. I'm just going to do a general reading. As I've explained in some of my other videos, the runes don't necessarily predict the future at all, but the sense that I got from your message is that there's a few things in your life that are kind of, I don't know, on hold, or you're sort of waiting to see what direction things are going to take, and I know that can be a really frustrating place to be, so I'm hoping that I can do a reading that might offer you a little bit of, I don't know, just something to think about while you wait. I know that, actually it's funny because I've been feeling the same way lately. Well, over the last couple of days I've just been stressing out about, being in that place where you don't know yet how things are going to unfold, or when, or if they're going to go the way you want them to go, and I got a certain rune today which made a lot of sense for me. So it'll be interesting to see if it shows up in your reading. But, yeah. Okay, so, the first rune will be your overview of your situation, all the forces at work at the moment. Next is your challenge. And the last one is your action called for. That other one did not show up, so I guess our situations are not necessarily the same, but I do identify with that feeling, so let's see if we can give you a little bit of encouragement. Okay, so your first rune is the rune for protection. No, the rune for the rune of the warrior. This one. It's called Tewaz. Page 120. Okay. It's really sunny, so hopefully those are showing up. Okay. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior. Always the battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self. Funding a will through action, yet unattached to outcomes, remaining mindful that all you really can do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. These are the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, the extraneous. And yet, with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine that the reward of patience is patience. Here you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in doing so can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw Tewaz. Associated with this rune are the sun, masculine energy, and the active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful here, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness, single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. When this rune comes in response to a relationship issue, it indicates that the relationship is both timely and providential. The bond is a real one. There is work for you to do together. If the issue concerns devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path of conduct, the warrior rune counsels perseverance, although, at times, the kind of perseverance called for is patience. A rune of courage and dedication. In ancient times, Tewaz was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. Now the same symbol strengthens our resolve to align the self with the self. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick and I'm really feeling the urge to cough, so I hope I don't have to cough. I do have to cough. I'm going to stop this and be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so that is your overview. So, I think it's pretty clear that it's kind of counseling you to be patient and sort of let things unfold in their own time, which I know can be hard to hear, but it can be very amazing when you can actually do it, because, at least in my experience, a lot of the time, allowing things to unfold on their own and just enjoying the time in between, just enjoy the moment in the meantime and let things kind of happen as they do. It allows you to be pleasantly surprised and have things unfold in really wonderful ways that you may not have even been able to plan had you been trying to, control things. And at least that's been my experience. Okay, so that's your overview. Your challenge is this one, and it's called Degaz, or Breakthrough Transformation. Here's the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing Degaz often signals a major shift or breakthrough in the process of self-change, a complete transformation in attitude, a 180-degree turn. For some, the transition is so radical that they are no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not from the present vantage point predictable. In each life there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. Rely, therefore, on radical trust, even though the moment may call for you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. If Degaz is followed by the blank rune, the magnitude of the transformation might be so great as to portend a death, a successful conclusion to your passage. But yours isn't. A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you. Daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into thoughts for the future, or behave recklessly in your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in a time of transformation. Undertake to do it joyfully. Okay, so that's your challenge. And again, it kind of sounds like just being open to things happening as they happen. Changes that occur within yourself and within your life. Try not to resist the flow and allow these changes to happen. Allow things to unfold for yourself in a natural way and just enjoy the process of that. Okay, and then your last rune is your action called for, and it is Wunjo, which is the rune of joy. Alright, this rune is a fruit-bearing branch. The term of travail has ended, and you have come to yourself in some regard. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely receive Wunjo's blessings, whether they be in material gain, in your emotional life, or in a heightened sense of your own well-being. This is an alchemical moment in which understanding is transmuted from knowledge. The knowledge itself was a necessary, but not sufficient, condition. Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heaven. Joyousness accompanies new energy blocked before now. Light pierces the clouds and touches the water just as something lovely emerges from its depths. The soul is illuminated from within, at the meeting place of heaven and earth, the meeting of the waters. There is a new clarity which may call for you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, and goals. It is proper and timely for you to do so, for Wunjo is a rune of restoration, of the self properly aligned with the self. So that sounds like a pretty positive reading, but it definitely, the theme that kind of runs throughout, at least to my mind, is one of remaining patient and just aware of what's going on around you, and rather than, try to fight the urge to orchestrate these changes that you're facing and be kind of in control of everything and know, kind of see things coming ahead of time and plan, and try just reacting instead, responding to things as they come up, and just keeping your eyes open and looking for the good in everything that's going on around you. It sounds like you're in for a lot of good things, and you'll probably find that you will enjoy them and benefit from them the most if you can just kind of let yourself float and not resist changes even if they're unexpected. So that's what I would take from that if it were my reading. Hopefully that makes some sense for you and offers you a little bit of reassurance and something to think about. Yeah, I'd be really curious to know if this made any sense, if you could relate to anything, or if you have any thoughts on it. Feel free to send me a message or whatever, or comment, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for volunteering.